Good evening, y'all. Well, I just got into bed, me and the girl dog. I crocheted on that thing today. I started it yesterday. Kaleidoscope Afghan. Well, I'm not for sure how big I'm going to make it. It might just be a lap warmer. We'll see. I didn't use a certain pattern. And I've got this middle square where it's turned like that, and I've got the 4 new corners put on it. And it's not perfect, but it'll do. Next time, if I make another one again sometime, I might use a pattern from Fiber Spider guy. Him or somebody, because you're supposed to chain 1 in between your groups of 3 double crochet, which I don't like to do, and that's why I'm doing this one different. But I might do it that other way sometime, because it's hard to try to figure and finagle something without an exact pattern. But it's going to be okay. And the colors I picked out for it are okay. They're, they're so. I should have planned the colors better. I should have picked out more better colors, but it'll do anyway. I was looking at it, I've got it kind of wide and big, It's big enough right now. Could make a sweater. That could be the back of a sweater, and then just make 2 front panels for the front of it. Finish it on out that way. I ain't making a sweater out of it. I'm glad to have a project going and not be in limbo in between projects. I don't like being in between projects. In a way, I need to get some other stuff done, but needing to and getting around to it's 2 or 3 different things. Well, yesterday I had a bad day. Today was so. My husband made us great big old BLT sandwiches today, and it was good and all that, and I wish I could eat it. But I was in there in the kitchen just a few minutes ago, and I took a big old bite of it, and I almost choked to death on a piece of lettuce. And if it had gone any further back in my throat, I wouldn't have been able to cough it up. It scared me. It scared me pretty bad. I thought I might have to die, choke to death and die. It scared me. Has anybody else ever gone through something like that? It'll scare you up pretty good. That's not exactly the ideal way to die, I'd rather go from a heart attack or something like that than choked to death. Shoot. Well, there's something I've been wanting to tell you, Kelly. I'm talking to my daughter Kelly here. When I die, if we're not raptured out, if the Lord tarries long enough and we're not raptured out, and I die, I want you and the girls to have whatever you want of my stuff. I don't want nobody else taking anything. I don't want any of my aunts or anybody else. I don't know who else would, but I mainly want you to. I want you and the granddaughters to have whatever you want. And there was something I was thinking, it went right out of my head. Oh gosh, what was it? Well, of course, my husband will keep whatever he wants, Of course, he'll have the first pickings. But of course, he won't want much of anything I have. It's all women stuff. And whatever y'all don't want, I'm sure my husband, he knows lots and lots of people. He just has his friends, girlfriends and wives come over and take whatever, But I want you and the girls to have the first pick. Whatever you want. And I have some old pictures in my photo albums of my daddy and my mom. I think I have a few of my mom, not much. My granny, I don't have much for some reason. I don't have just don't have very much at all of my older kinfolks. I wish I did. Because I would cherish them. I would cherish them. But if you want them pictures, Kelly Jean, I'd love for you to have them. You and the girls. Pictures is all I have left of some of my old kinfolks. And it's better than nothing, I can at least look at the pictures. Oh, I miss them. I miss them real bad. My granny, my great aunts, and my uncles, and Mom and Dad, I miss them. I miss them real bad. Well, I have some weird dreams. Oh, I wish there was somewhere I could record my dreams. Just have a recorder here by the bed, and this, maybe one of the little patch things that they stick on your head, like one of them brain monitor things that could download my dreams on that recorder. We could watch them. Pretty crazy. Oh, I have some very detailed and vivid dreams, and they're just ongoing, ongoing. Very, very interesting. Weird. Interesting. Adventurous. I worry about my husband, 'cause I care about him, of course. He's, 56 now? I think he's 56 years old, is he? Yeah, he's 56 years old now. And I just worry about him. I want him to be okay. Well, I don't really have anything else to talk about. Any of y'all ever almost died from something, or almost got killed, or something scared you real bad? Yeah, tell me about it. One time I was riding home from work. It was in the evening. I worked late with some other people on a job. And that was way back when I worked for a construction company. When I was 21 years young, I worked for a construction company. I worked for a year and a half till I got my back hurt and had to quit. But we had been doing work in, I think it was San Marcos. We drove all the way to San Marcos from Austin. I had to get up in the morning and drive all the way from the other side of Leander, 9 miles from the house to Leander, and then all the way into Austin, South Austin, to where I met up at my boss's house and found out who I was supposed to ride with, and then we'd go to San Marcos. I was a carpenter's helper. But mostly what I did was I just picked up scraps and debris and put it on a trash pile. Kept things picked up and organized the wood, and if one of the carpenters needed something, they'd just holler at me and I'd get it for them, or if I needed to hold something for them while they nailed it, whatever. That's mostly what I did. That was pretty much what I did. I did tons of bending over and lifting stuff, picking up stuff, lifting stuff. That's not what hurt. What finally hurt my back was, one day I was boss man sent me with this other guy to help him work on a remodel job, somebody's old house. And he had dismantled the sink from the wall, and it was one of them old sinks. It's cast iron, made out of cast iron with porcelain on it. Big old porcelain sink. It wasn't no small one, it was a big one. And it was like sitting there on the floor. And he told me to put that in the wheelbarrow and carry it out somewhere he wanted me to put it. And that thing weighed a megaton. And it was all all I could do to lift that up to get into that wheelbarrow. And when I did, my vertebrae shifted. I could feel them shift from my base of my skull all the way down. It's like a domino effect. I just feel my vertebrae shift. I thought, oh shit. I thought, oh my God. And I've had back trouble ever since. And it's by the grace and mercy of God that I didn't get paralyzed or, something really horrendous like that. Thank God. But that was my last day working for that company. I had to quit. And I had to go to chiropractors off and on. I went for several years. And it was painful. Oh, it was painful. Get worked on. A lot of people say, oh, I feel so much better after the chiropractor. I never did feel better. It was just painful. And it finally got to where it hurt so bad I was just in tears. And I said to God, God, you're going to have to help me because I can't go to the chiropractor anymore. It hurts too much. So I never went back. And there's been a number of times when my back has gone out where I can barely walk or do anything at all. And that's just absolutely miserable. But I still had to work. Going out to wherever I could, I had to work. That's life, I didn't have a husband, never did meet Mr. Right. I lived with my dad for many years. I'd get jobs here and there. And when I came out here and lived in West Texas, well, I ain't no good at being a cashier or a waitress or, operating a cash register of any kind. I've tried that. I was no good at it at all. I was just totally confused. So I never could work as a cashier. So the only jobs I qualified for was the hardest labor jobs. Dishwasher in a restaurant. They have you doing all kinds of stuff. You don't just wash dishes. You have to do all kinds of stuff. And it's a lot of hard work. Lot. And I worked in the motels here in town as a motel maid. I worked in the laundry. I liked doing the laundry better than I did cleaning rooms. I hated cleaning rooms. I hated it because there was just too many. We had to do too many in one day. I can't work real fast like other people do. I'm slow for some reason. So I did good with the laundry though. I'm not too slow with laundry. I like working, doing the laundry, but it was still hard work. It was just non-stop all day. All day, and then you have to vacuum the rug in there, and you have to sweep and mop the floor, and you still have things like that you have to do. So, oh God. By the time I was 49 years old, after that last job I had, I was so worn out, exhausted all the time. I couldn't keep working full time. And I asked people if they'd hire me part-time. Nobody in town would hire me to work part-time. Had to be full-time or nothing. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was just desperate. I was living alone with my dog, supporting myself. I was so lonesome I couldn't stand it. I cried every day. Every day I cried. I'd go home, it was just me and my dog. I was lonely as hell. Had to take care of everything myself. Everything. Pay my bills. Do everything. And I couldn't, got to where I was just wore out. I couldn't work anymore. I didn't know what I was going to do. I was praying to God. I was desperate. I thought, well, when it comes time to pay the rent again, I guess I'll get kicked out and be homeless. Oh man, you talk about bummed out. Oh gosh, I was bummed out. Oh God. And I don't like begging. I'm not somebody that can stand out there and panhandle. I'd be too embarrassed, too ashamed and embarrassed to do that. I just have to just go off somewhere and starve to death like a stray dog, you know. And it was about a month after that I had quit that last job. Well, there was another reason why I quit that job too. That's a whole other story. There was a psycho involved in that, but that's another story. But everything was just closing in on me as far as I had just gone as far as I could. I had just gone as far as I could. Being independent and supporting myself and all that, I was at the end of my rope. There just wasn't nothing left for me to do. Nobody hired me part-time. I was up the creek. I was up the creek without a paddle, me and my dog. Well, God brought my husband along about a month after I quit that job. And the Lord did a miracle and delivered me from smoking cigarettes about that time too. So I had been off of the cigarettes for about a month before I met my husband. Thank God that Lord God got me off them little cigarettes. I smoked for 20 years. And I've lost some of my lung capacity. I can tell. I can sure tell. It will damage your lungs. It will. And whatever damage happens, it don't never go away. It don't never heal up. When your lung tissues are damaged, that's it. They're gone. But Lord Jesus delivered me from smoking. It's like that. It's like that. Sure did. It was a miracle. It was a miracle. And then about a month after that, I met my husband. Thank God. Thank God. Just in the nick of time. Thank God. So if I didn't have my husband, I'd be up the creek without a paddle. Because I get disability, but I only get about $265 a month. That's all. You see, when I applied for disability, and I hired TV lawyers, Bender and Bender, to help me get on disability, and they didn't. They helped me get on it. But the Social Security people, see, I've had a lot of jobs over the years, and I've been paying in Social Security I paid in for years and years. But they didn't count all those other jobs. They didn't go back all those other jobs that I've had. Oh no. They only considered the very last one I had. And that's why I'm not getting much disability, because they didn't want to factor in all the other jobs I ever had. Ain't that a ripoff? It's a ripoff. And that's how they did me. See, ain't nobody could live off of $265 a month. Mm-mm. That won't even feed you, even if you slept out on the ground like a stray dog and just used your money for nothing but food. I mean, that's not even going to feed you for a full month. See, a person just can't. Human beings are not made to live homeless. It's hard enough on animals. It's hard enough for them. But a human being, we're not made or meant to live out on the bare ground like animals do. We can't scavenge up something to eat that way. Unless somebody can catch animals and eat them, but it's just, no. It just don't work. But anyway, this house is dirty. It needs to be cleaned. It needs to be cleaned from top to bottom. It's always so dusty. I don't know when it'll get clean. Who knows? Who knows? We'll see. That junk room in there, I've got all that stuff stored in my junk room. It's filthy, dusty, filthy. There's been a lot of cobweb spiders in there, and I can see evidence of mice having been in there. Oh, filthy mice. But anyway, well, I guess that's about it for now. I can't think of anything else. I got the washing machine going. It has that self-clean thing on it, so I've got it going through the self-clean cycle. Oh, I've got indigestion. I've been having attacks of indigestion all day. Oh, it just that acid comes up and nearly kills me. Oh, man. I have to take some Tums. Or, that. Well, I almost died tonight. I almost choked on that lettuce. I ain't eating no more of it. It's not worth it. I hated to waste that the other half of the sandwich. Big old sandwiches he made. They're big old. Bought some kind of bread from the bakery, these big old long buns like that, and made me and him each a big old BLT. Big old bun, about that big. I ate half of it earlier today. I was going to eat the other half for supper, but started choking. That was it. And it scared me. It scared me. We never know, something might happen. Well, I can't think of nothing else. I guess I'll say good night and let y'all go. Tell me if anything has ever happened to you, if you ever almost got killed or died or whatever. Share your story with me. I'm very interested in hearing about it. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.